Skepticism. I get it. It seems too good to be true. Hey, this is Rochelle, and welcome to Multiple Passive Streams of Income. Before we get into some real talk, please check out my new Helium mining t-shirt on sale now at mpsoi.com, which stands for Multiple Passive Streams of Income, of course. The link is in the description below. I'm having a little trouble with my Shopify store, so if you see the link in the description below, that means the t-shirt is available. Okay, so I hear all these people saying, it's a scam. How does the Helium Network, the actual company, make money? How can you possibly make money by putting a box near a window? It just doesn't make any sense. If these are thoughts that you have, let's talk about it, because not only do I think it's a great opportunity, but I think it's the beginning of many great opportunities to come. Let's look at some real examples to explain what I believe the Helium Network is and will prove to be. So let's start out with Yahoo. The founders of Yahoo gave us users free email. So why did they do that? Free email guaranteed you would keep coming back to the yahoo.com page. And with each return visit, this is allowing Yahoo to make money from that visit. So they place advertisements in front of us. They give us a chance to do some plane tickets, get hotel reservations, rental car reservations, which they get commissions on, and many other monetary things they do when we return back to their page. Okay, then Google came along and they realized that free searches would keep us returning to their page. So they're able to charge advertisers to place ads in front of us. And what makes the visits even more potent is that the ads could be targeted specifically to what we search. Now that's powerful. Then came Facebook. Facebook realized they could create return visitors if they allowed us to post things about ourselves and to communicate with our friends on the platform. So from our posts and our interactions on Facebook, Facebook charges advertisers to place ads in front of us, and it's all determined by all the information that we feed Facebook with our posts and the pages that we follow. So as you can see in all these examples, these companies give us something free and valuable to get us to keep coming back repeatedly, and then they make money from those repetitive visits. So, Rochelle, what does this have to do with the Helium Network? The Helium Network needs hotspots to build their network. In order to get people to buy these hotspots and to keep them connected, they realized they needed to incentivize us. So that's where the Helium token comes into play. By allowing your hotspot to generate the HNT token, you're incentivized to buy a hotspot and to keep it connected. Recently, the HNT value has increased where a good location is now generating thousands of dollars in monthly passive income. Not only are hotspots earning money for their owners, there's a public network map to see all the hotspots on the network and to know the earnings of each hotspot. These hotspots are equivalent to Yahoo's free emails, Google's free searches, and Facebook's free platform that allows us to post about ourselves and see other people's posts. So, how will this make money for the Helium Network? Once they grow a robust network of hotspots and move into their 5G phase, they can compete with giant communication companies. I'm thinking they may be able to offer cell phone services to the public for a lot less because they have very little infrastructure overhead and they can deliver the same service for a lot less. Also, the founders and investors of the Helium Network all have HNT coins. And as the network grows and the value of HNT increases, they reap the rewards. the low-priced 5G service is just a guess, but I'm quite sure there are other revenue targets we can't even fathom, but this is just the beginning of the game plan, I believe. The key is the users, the hotspots, which will lead to revenues and profitability. I also believe this business model will be replicated by other companies, so it's a matter of finding these companies early and becoming early adopters. A lot of skepticism is caused by the unknown, and maybe you are still unsure about crypto because it isn't tangible. But the Helium network is something tangible that's using the blockchain technology. So let me break it down into a simple example. What makes cryptocurrency so important and revolutionary is that the blockchain technology allows for a peer-to-peer system where the system checks the validity of the transaction, so there's no need for third parties like the government or banks. And once the transaction is validated, the result happens. So let's say I send you Bitcoin, which means I have to have that amount of Bitcoin that I promised. The Bitcoin is legit, there's no counterfeiting, and the transaction, once validated, cannot be stopped. The miner that validated the transaction gets Bitcoin for their efforts and is paid as promised. So it's all peer-to-peer, it's all validated by the system itself, and no one can renege on the transaction. In addition to the cryptocurrency part, the Helium network uses proof of coverage, which means the hotspots communicate with each other. So if a IoT device hits off of one hotspot, there are other hotspots that must witness the validity of that hotspot in order for that hotspot to earn HNT. This is the main function of the blockchain technology, and this is how the Helium network utilizes blockchain technology for their proof of coverage. If we look at traditional business models, users are needed to start the company, so incentives are given. Free email, free searches, free friends platform, decentralized payments, and in this case, free HNT. This creates millions of users, which allows these companies to monetize themselves. So in the examples earlier, they're monetizing themselves with ad revenues. And then the founders and the investors get shares of the company, aka tokens, for their work and for the financial backing, knowing in years to come that these tokens, aka shares, will make them more rich, and if they keep users coming back, they can be very profitable for many years. Many companies that employ this business model do not profit for years in the beginning. In fact, they run on debt for many years, knowing that once the network of users is built, the riches then follow. Non-crypto companies follow this same business model, like Amazon, Tesla, FedEx. I mean, the list goes on. And the Helium network is no different. There's so many companies we assume are profitable and still are operating in the red, like Uber. Listen, I'm very excited about the new possibilities crypto is creating and the opportunities that's gonna manifest. Don't let skepticism deter you from further investigation and research. If you're sitting on the fence about getting a hotspot, I hope some of this information resonates and gets you closer to taking a leap of faith. You don't have to understand everything about crypto to invest. I mean, think about it. Do you know how a plane flies? Do we know exactly how the internet works? I have one more example to share. Many times we can only see what we believe is the obvious. And I remember when the first talk started about the government giving out stimulus checks. And initially I thought, Well, why would they give working people a stimulus check? But the check wasn't to just help people who lost their jobs, but to give all people, I think making under $100,000, a check that would be spent, which would keep the economy moving. The government knows once we spend the check, that money will be used to buy goods or to pay rent. And all of these transactions are taxed, which allows the receiver of the money to then spend the money again, which will be taxed again, which allows the next receiver to spend the money again, and it'll be taxed again. And it continues until the dollar is removed from circulation. I use this example to demonstrate looking past the obvious. Look behind the curtain. Cryptocurrency, blockchain, new era, new opportunities. Let me know in the comments how you feel about crypto and do you agree or disagree with me. Lastly, get yourself a dope helium mining t-shirt if this opportunity excites you the way it excites me. I would appreciate if you like or dislike the video. All interaction counts. Please subscribe and comment, and please click the notification bell after you subscribe so you're notified when I drop new videos. As always, thanks for your time, as I know you could be any other place right now. Take care.